Hey guys, Megan with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be taking a look at an entirely new model. We don't often take a look at an entirely new model, but today is one of those special rare occasions that we are. So with today, we're also going to be taking a look at some of my processes for building large models like this and others. But I did want to explain this again because I get this question quite frequently. It's not something that's asked every single time, but I do get this asked a lot. I get asked why I tend to build in colors like you see before you, and these mix match of colors and bright colors, just all sorts of different colors thrown together immediately, right? So there's a very logical explanation for that, and that is that I am very old. I have hard times seeing computer screens at time, even though I'm only 23. So to kind of rectify that, I have decided from very early on in my Lego creation history with LDD that I would build in various bright colors that are easy for me to see details in, and then go back afterward using the color selection tool to repaint them the more appropriate colors. So this is actually what it usually looks like in its work in progress phase. This is work in progress version 10 of the FN M249, which is the model that we'll be taking a look at today. This one particularly modeled after the one from Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, the original. As you can see, there are a crap ton of bright colors here. There is no camouflage in the game that looks even remotely close to this or anything like that. And like I've said before, that is mostly because my eyesight is terrible and I really, really need the ability to be able to see details and the likes going on. So that's what we have going on here. Just want to kind of share that with you guys, a little bit of how I actually kind of build like this, because I know that a lot of people kind of get confused about why I do what I do. A special side note about this particular FN M249, this one actually does not have a shell ejection port, or a shell ejection port does cover. I completely forgot to put that on this model. I have not gone through and rectified that on this particular one. There are some other M249s that I have fixed that issue on, but on this one it's not here. So there is that one slight detail missing overall. So as I've said, this is a work in progress. This is what it looks like while I'm still working on it, so that I can see the different details and things like that. When we actually finish, I do go back and I do paint it the proper color scheme. And this is what it looks like when it's finally painted entirely like it should be actually painted. Excuse me. Like I said, this one's slightly modeled after the one from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So I've tried to go with the color scheme that relatively fits that one. And there isn't really a good blue-green that matches the box color that they have from that game. But I think this one fits it overall pretty well. I'm not too worried about this being too off of a color. This is what it looks like inside of LDD itself. Special huge shout out and thank you to Zen. Trey, you're a great friend. You've been nothing but kind to me, and he did provide me with this FN grip, as you can see here. This is actually off of his FN FAL, but it is such a close grip to the M249 because they do use FAL grips for the 249 that I wanted to use his here, and it worked really, really well, and I appreciate it, Trey. Thanks so much for letting me use that here. A whole bunch of stud transitions going on here. There's a whole bunch of upside down, sideways techniques. If I went over every single one, this video would be 30 minutes long, so just kind of bear with me. We'll start here in the stock. We do have a 4 stud wide stock. Part of this is built upside down. Part of this is built right side up. Part of it is built sideways. We have a little bit of ridging going on here to make it look like there are ribs. We do have the shoulder thing that goes up to support your shoulder, as one famous congressperson said before. I tried to get this angle as close as I could here, and try to get this all nice and designed and looking good, which I think I've done pretty well with. When we get to the actual receiver itself, we have a 4 stud wide lower down here, but then we go to 5 stud here. It flares out just a little bit wider. We have another 5 stud wide section here, and then it flares out just a little wider again. There's like I said, a whole bunch of different stuff going on here in terms of stud transitions that really, really matter. Trigger here does move back and forth. basic trigger design, not too much going on. Crossbar safety right here as well. It's tucked up inside of here. Sticks out on this side so that you can tell which side is unsafe, which side is not. Charging handle, pretty basic. It's this right here. Not too difficult to see and look at. Sorry, I had a yawn. I believe this is some type of spring for the actual top cover. I'm not too sure. Hopefully this doesn't crash LDD at all, but this top cover does open. If I can click on the right piece here. So as you can see, it does actually open up to the inside here. So you can actually load this as you're supposed to be able to, which is nice. We have the feeding area for the belt here. We have the feeding area for the magazine here, as there is two different capabilities here of using magazine or belt. We have the actual, I believe this is a 200 round box down here, mounted into the gun in this section here. It is open so that you can load a belt into the weapon if need be. We have the carry handle and quick change barrel system here. Pretty basic design, not a whole lot going on here. The top heat cover here and the lower handguard here. This is kind of complicated here. We have a 6 stud wide heat handguard up on top, a 6 stud wide lower handguard, but then we have this one section here that flares out to 7 wide. We have a 5 stud wide section here with a 2 stud wide barrel, front sight post, with a kind of like 3 stud, almost 4 stud wide section down here. And there's just this, it's a jumbled mess right here, really, of a whole bunch of different sections that change. This area here is super important. This is what mounts to tripod vehicle mounts and the such, like right there. So I needed to make sure that that was there. Gas regulator is exposed and up front here, as well as the barrel, front sight post and tower, and the muzzle brake down at the end. So as you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff going on with this FN M249, but in the end, it does look absolutely stunning. I'm really proud of how this model turned out, and it just looks so good. It looks really, really nice inside of these renders. Almost looks like the real deal, because I don't have a lot of exposed studs, surprisingly. But that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. If you guys want to see some more content and behind the scenes stuff, don't be afraid to check out my Discord. If you guys need a link to join the Discord, just ask in the comment section down below, and I'll send one you guys' way. Thanks for watching.